Uh, Something I wanted to start off the day was remaining humble. Remaining humble is a really tough task for a lot of people, especially myself. I feel like I'm a really cocky individual, and I wear that on my sleeve a lot of times. And remaining humble is a really hard thing to do. But when you're not humble, and you lose, you fall off, you do anything people don't like, they're gonna make sure to throw that back in your face. So, my word of the day is try to remain humble. I know staying humble is a really hard task, as we see plenty of people in front of us do. For instance, as our girl Sha'Carri Richardson. I don't know if y'all paid attention or watched the race, but she finished in last place in her first race since her suspension. And of course, the internet had a field day with her. Uh, Personally, I believe she put herself in that situation. A lot of people probably won't agree with that. They say that she should be in a protected class, and I don't believe anybody should be in a protected class. If we believe in equality, as long as we have the same footing to start from, everybody should be in the same ballpark. Everybody should get the same ridicule. You have any takes on this? How do you feel about the Sha'Carri Richardson situation?
Jordan Peterson, he says it all the time. The equality of opportunity is not the equality of outcome. Just because you get a chance don't mean you are guaranteed to succeed. Most men understand that because if you don't succeed by any means necessary, whether you're legal or illegal, you will be out on the streets.
Which is something I agree with. You will be on your ass if we're playing on the basis of equality. Some of the arguments I seen was that people aren't keeping the tax on with her what she does, because I mean, finishing ninth best has never been anything that I personally celebrated. We usually only celebrate the people who come in first, second, and
Now, be
third.
honest about it. Be honest about the whole situation. Finishing last of everybody
Of everybody, yes, correct.
when you can have a mindset that you're better than everybody.
Hmm.
That's the actual once you go through that motion and you go through the acceptance portion of it, that's the definition of humbleness. You can lose to a person and hate the person. You didn't get humble. It's not until you actually lose and respect the fact that you lost and you have the opportunity to get better
That's
that you
debatable. That
can. How?
she,
What else is
I mean,
humbleness?
she can get better from her.
Humble. Hold on, listen. We're talking about humble, meaning you can be great or think great about yourself, but then you hit a downfall that either you did not expect or the people did not expect. So once you hit that downfall, how do you react? Now you do not become humble until you understand everybody else out here grinding like I'm supposed to be grinding too. You
Uh,
get me?
yeah.
Like it's not until you have that mindset that I think that you actually became humble. Because once you understand that you're not the only one blessed, gifted, acquired with certain attributes to have certain abilities that's better than damn near most of the population. But once you're in that 0.01% of the population, oh, it's a selection process because we're talking about the elitists of the elite at that point. And if you can take the laws and understand, yeah, I need to get back, I need to grind hard or whatever. I'm a, I understand everybody else's effort, abilities, and dedication to it. But yeah, that I mean, as far as humbleness,
My only thing with humbleness in this case is when you're running track and field, you really don't have the chance to say I'm going to improve this much. Like the girl she ran against has a world record, so I don't know how much humble you can get in that situation when you've never ran close to a time to beat the world record. Before the Olympics even started, she wasn't the fastest person in the world. She came into Olympics the fourth fastest person in the world. And again, I never grew up celebrating anybody who's not placing in the top three, at least from if we're talking about winners and losers. When I'm talking about that, I'm talking about the elite class of people who are already on that playing field. Like he said, you get into that elite 1% of people who are there. So I'm judging you by your peers. And based on that, I mean, I don't only thing I can say can be a humbling act from her is if she would have stayed and did that 200-meter race, but she didn't even want to do that because she got her boots smoked. So I mean,
see, all right, I ain't want to cut you off. See, like, I understand she was never the record holder when she had that preliminary.
She also wasn't in the top three going into the Olympics.
That's what I'm saying. I understand that. But her cockiness for beating other people that weren't there either. You get what I'm saying? You acting like you're celebrating like you beat the fucking best. Not to curse on your channel. I don't know your rules.
Nah, you can go ahead, man.
But I'm just... Yeah, I'm just, you can bleep that out. That's the first one. No, this is first.
Nah,
I'm just being real.
Nah, L.I.M.E stands for life in my eyes. So.
Just like you said, you're not respecting nobody unless they're beating the top three.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
All right, so when I broke that time and I beat everybody, I smoked everybody in that race. But my time wasn't sufficient enough to beat the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She said to herself, she's the 6th fastest person that's ran the games after that race. So she even knows her damn self that she has work to do. So that's my thing on as far as the humbleness part of it. The humbleness, because like you can accept the fact that you lost, but still have that grudge that I'm better than you. You get what I'm saying? You can accept
but she's not.
But you can have that. That's your opinion.
But track and field isn't an opinion.
Listen. Everything before I say the whole pretexts of everything that I'm saying in this conversation is, first off, everyone has their own mindset. We all have our own opinion. You can be in a relationship with a person, be the whole money maker, be the whole breadwinner and everything. Your co-star still thinks she's the lead.
I feel you.
Period.
But this what I'm trying to get to it though.
We all in our own lives, we all write the story to where we need to excel. And if we don't excel, then yeah.
But since when in individual sports that we give like qualifiers, is you out there by yourself? And track and field has always been one of those things where it's either you're fast or you're not fast. Like there's no qualifiers in between. You're either the fastest person or you're not. That's where I'm coming from her.
Not true.
I can't have the opinion that I'm better than you if I can't run faster than you.
It's not even just her. See, like, all right, before Hussein, every male track sprinter that did get close to a record was getting notified. It wasn't until Hussein came along that he kept beating a record that was his own. So he kept improving and we kept witnessing it. So you can see the actual growth of the best right in front of you during your time. Like